As impeachment fever grips Washington, D.C., we had an opportunity to speak with Oklahoma Congressman Frank Lucas and get his thoughts on that and other topics in this ONR Extra.
Oh, it's consumed all the oxygen. It'll continue to consume all the oxygen, and it's going to be ongoing for months. I feel for the constituents because not only are we having to deal with it and try and do our legislative work, but it's absorbed all the airtime in the real world and all the internet time. This is not my first time to observe this process. The thing about this impeachment process, I keep reminding my constituents, is it's not being, so far has not been done in the way that the Democrats went through the process in '74 or the Republicans went through the process in 1998. It's almost as though, Ed, we're on a fishing expedition trying to justify a reason to impeach the president. But that said, I tell my folks in the district, I'm in favor of transparency. If there's a high crime misdemeanor, then let's get to it. Let's get at it. The one thing that has to be done is to finish the appropriations process to fund the federal government for the coming year. Everything from defense to ag to the federal part of transportation, education, and because of this and a variety of other issues, when the new bookkeeping year, the new fiscal year began on October 1, just a few days ago, the appropriators hadn't finished their work. So we had to pass a CR, a continuing resolution, basically to fund the federal government at last year's levels through the 21st day of November. I'm still hopeful that we can get that done, but it's a symbol of the lack of focus on a whole bunch of issues back east. If Speaker Pelosi will let USMCA, which in effect is the renegotiated North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, come to the floor of the United States House, an overwhelming number of Republicans will vote for it. A solid number of Democrats will vote for it. It will pass, the Senate will clear it, and we'll get back to doing business with our neighbors in Mexico and Canada. President Trump said when he ran that the trade agreements that we had around the world were not fair and equitable to the United States, and he'd do something about it. Now, he may have stretched his authority to start a tariff war after he got into office, but it's compelled our neighbors north and south to renegotiate. It'll compel our neighbors in Europe and Japan to renegotiate, and it will put incredible pressure on the Chinese. So on trade issues, he's kept his word. Now, his style's a little different than mine, a little different than most Oklahomans, but when you're dealing with an enterprise like the Communist Party in China, you got to be a little different.